content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
When you walk out on that field today, ask yourself this question. What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! Let's go to the house! Let's go to the house! When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready? Let's go to the house. Let's go to the house. We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this kind of we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up the chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. It's too much crying from him. He's a man. They can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's who I am. When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like. Oh, my bad, my bad. You had no work in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. We ready? Let's go to the house. Let's go to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
No, that's just that first hour on the getting started right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones, and man, I am lit. I don't have any special sound effects. I don't have any special songs. I wish I did. But man, Texas, the state of Texas, represented last night on both the men and the women's side, and I am proud of them all. And I'm talking about Baylor, men and women. We'll get into the women's game quite a bit in just a little bit. And of course, I'm talking about U of H men. I'm telling you, man. From start to finish last night, I had to lock it down because there was so much that I had to cover in some kind of way. And it was one of those nights where, man, I love my job. I was like, I love my job. Had Baylor women, had U of H men, had Baylor men, and watch this. I had the Rockets, the Spurs, the Mavericks, and the Pelicans last night that I had to get some updates written about all night long. I love my job. I mean, you know, it wasn't just a trifecta. It was a five-way. If you're a Skyline Chili person from Cincinnati, Ohio, I had a five-way last night, plus some. It was a lot going on, and I loved every bit of it. I loved every bit of it. In fact, the pro games were probably the least entertaining of the night. So I got to take a break. We'll get into it if you want in. It's Team Texas Tuesday, 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000. I want to hear your thoughts on whichever one of those games you had some thoughts about. It's the lunch break on the legendary KYOK, all new 92.3 FM.
Attention business owners, listen carefully to this important message. Are you tired of struggling with monthly bookkeeping or always being behind? Maybe you're fed up with paying your CPA ridiculously high hourly rates for subpar services. At Finance Pal, we know your pain. We're small business owners who understand your tax and accounting needs. At Finance Pal, we take over your books and design a program custom tailored to fit your needs. Whether it's bookkeeping, payroll, bill pay, inventory tracking, or taxes, we have you covered. We handle some or all of these services for one flat, affordable, low monthly fee. Stop worrying about your books and drowning in paperwork. Let us worry while you focus on growing your business. This setup is easy, and we give you the tools and technology to make your monthly finances streamlined and organized. Call now for a free business assessment.
800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. That's 800-213-9527. Here's an important COVID-19 school system update for your local area. If you're concerned about your child's education, please pay close attention to this message. The current school systems were not set up for at-home learning. If you're worried that your child may not be getting the grades they need to get ahead, may be losing self-confidence, or you're worried about them getting into a good college because of their grades, help is available to you. Call Grade Potential Tutoring. They can help with in-home or online tutoring and help your child with any subject at every grade level, even for test prep. They're experts in the home tutoring and online tutoring field and confident they can help you and your child get better grades today. Call now for your free consultation. 800-580-7680. 800-580-7680. 800-580-7680. That's 800-580-7680.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
You're having your lunch on the lunch break with KYOK.
Shake, Cougar, shake 'em. Shake 'em, Cougars. Come on, say shake, Cougar, shake 'em. Shake 'em for me. Come on. Shake, Cougar, shake 'em. Shake 'em for me. Come on, say shake, Cougar. Cougar shook 'em up last night. The Cougars shook 'em up last night. And then after they was done shaking 'em up, them Baylor Bears got out there and they shook 'em up some too. The Baylor Bears said, hey, Houston's in, we on the way. And they shook 'em up too. And then I tell you what, man, I got to go ahead and get to the women. UConn is the perennial New England Patriots of women's college basketball. They are good all the time. They good all the time. But here of late, a couple of other schools have broken through. South Carolina, Stanford has broken through. Did Mississippi State break through one year? Notre Dame. But UConn is back. And UConn and Baylor went at it last night. Back and forth and back and forth. It was great basketball. And if you're listening to me now and you don't like women's college or WNBA basketball, I'm not talking to you. I got no time for your dumbness. Oh, get in the kitchen and make me a sandwich. Shut up. Go talk to your mom like that. Go talk to your wife like that. These women who are doing their jobs and loving what they do and blessing us who love what they do don't have time for your knuckle-dragging ignorance. And that's what it is. If you think you're cute by telling somebody to get in a kitchen and make you a sandwich while they're out doing their job balling or playing, top flight football like the Houston Phoenix Fire, then I don't have time for you. I don't have time. I'm not your therapist. I don't have time to bring you up to the modern ages. Stay where you are. Let me show you where the unfollow button is. But for all the rest of us, great basketball. Great basketball. Baylor has been doing it all throughout the tourney. So here we go. We're down to the closing seconds, and Baylor has a chance to tie it up. And a young lady by the name of Dejanay Carrington goes up and has a chance to tie the game, and literally two people foul her at the same time. One young lady has both hands over her like that and is literally mushing her in her face. If it wasn't basketball, we fighting, kind of mushed her in her face. If this wasn't organized sports, we fighting. Hold on, let me snatch these hoop earrings off. Hold on, let me put the Vaseline on my face. Hold on, let me kick my shoes off, and let's go. Let's get it. That kind of foul. But then there's another person that's going up to block the shot that's got her all on the bow. Got her all on the bow. And what do the referees call? Nothing. Nothing. Nada. No thing. Nothing. They didn't call a thing. They were like, play on, play on. Did you not hear me when I said if we weren't playing organized basketball on national TV, we would be fighting? These people just mashed me all in my face. Somebody is tapping my bow like they want something. Like, what, baby? What you want? And they didn't call nothing. And this is where one of those, I don't want to hear it, AJ. There were 15 fouls that they didn't call against Baylor on UConn. I'm talking about those. Talking about that one. That is not a call that you, as a professional referee, can miss. And oh yeah, by the way, how many of referees were on the court? 2, 3? Somebody saw something. That's like the movie Friday, where everybody was scared to tell on Debo. Everybody know Debo was the one running around there terrorizing everybody, but because they got to live in the neighborhood with Debo, nobody saw nothing. So I don't know who was the top dog referee, but wasn't nobody telling on him last night. That was a foul. That was an egregious call, and it had a major impact on the game. Not saying that she was going to knock down both free throws, but she should have had a chance to knock down both free throws. And she didn't get that. And for the Lady Bears of Baylor, I feel bad. I feel bad. Not taking anything away from UConn. Not taking anything away from UConn. They did what they needed to do to win the game. Those ladies fought hard. It wasn't like, wasn't like they stole the game. But the officiating crew had to get that right. And there should have been some way for them to review that call and get it right. And if you don't like the challenges in the NBA, I don't care. There needs to be some challenges in the college game. That one had too big of an impact on the game. Carrington should have been at the line. Should have had a chance to drop two of them in, tie the game, and let's play on. Didn't happen. UConn got the win. Now, let me say this. I got to take a break. But as bad as I feel for the young ladies of Baylor, Kim Mulkey, head coach, is she all right? Like, for real. No, I'm not playing. No, seriously. Seriously. No, for real. Lean into your radio or your tablet or your phone. Is she all right? Like, she right over there, we talking about, is she okay? Because I don't think she's okay. Like, I really, seriously, I'm going to take my break and then I'm going to come back, but I just wanted to throw that out. Is she all right? Because I don't think she all right. You know how you have that one cousin or family member or person in your neighborhood, and you're like, oh yeah, they ain't all right. She ain't all right. And I'm not making light of it, but she ain't all right. I'll tell you what I'm talking about when I come back. 281-453-1000 if you want in. 281-453-1000 or text me 832-403-5005. Or AJ at KYOKsports.com. She ain't all right. I'll be right. Is she all right?
In need of tires? Check out OMG Tire Services and more. New and used tires, all the name brands you desire, located at 3126 Tidwell between 59 North and Jensen. Give them a call at 832-767-3211. Top-notch service from beginning to end. When you're done, get your car hand-washed inside and out at OMG Tire Services and more. Located at 3126 Tidwell between 59 North and Jensen. Call 832-767-3211. That's 832-767-3211. Conveniently located on the north side.
Here's an important COVID-19 school system update for your local area. If you're concerned about your child's education, please pay close attention to this message. The current school systems were not set up for at-home learning. If you're worried that your child may not be getting the grades they need to get ahead, may be losing self-confidence, or you're worried about them getting into a good college because of their grades, help is available to you. Call Grade Potential Tutoring. They can help with in-home or online tutoring and help your child with any subject at every grade level, even for test prep. They're experts in the home tutoring and online tutoring field and confident they can help you and your child get better grades today. Call now for your free consultation. 800-580-7680. 800-580-7680. 800-580-7680. That's 800-580-7680.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. Two radio stations in one.
The old way of living with diabetes is a pain. You've got to remember to do your testing, and you always need to be sticking your fingers. The new way to live your life with diabetes is with a continuous glucose monitor. You simply apply a discreet, easy-to-use sensor on your body, and it continuously monitors your glucose levels, helping you spend more time in range and freeing you from painful finger pricks. If you test your blood sugar at least 4 times per day and inject insulin at least 3 times per day, or use an insulin pump and have private insurance or Medicare, you might be eligible for a CGM with little or no cost to you. Call U.S. Medical Supply today for a free benefits check. We offer free shipping, 90-day supplies, and we bill Medicare or your insurance directly. Call now and say goodbye to finger pricks.
800-633-1378. 800-633-1378. 800-633-1378. That's 800-633-1378.
Let's be honest, wheelchairs are heavy, bulky, and ugly. If you carry a wheelchair in your car to take care of a loved one, you know how hard it is getting that clunky, old-style wheelchair in and out of your car. Introducing the Feather Chair Wheelchair. At 13 pounds, it's the world's lightest wheelchair. It folds in seconds and fits neatly in your trunk, backseat, or closet, so you can take it everywhere. And it's only available right here. Order yours today and get a free wheelchair case, a $50 value, yours free. The Feather Chair. The world's lightest wheelchair is just $4.99 with easy payments as low as $16 a month. Sorry, no Medicare or insurance accepted. So call right now to order yours.
800-262-4690. 800-262-4690. 800-262-4690. That's 800-262-4690.
Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me Show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me Show right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 AM, and the all-new 92.3 FM and KYOKradio.org.
You're listening to The Lunch Break with KYOK.
All right, y'all. We back here on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Let me see if I can find the video. Okay, here we go. I got it. I just got the audio of Kim Mulkey after the game where Baylor got robbed, and I feel bad for the Baylor Lady Bear players and assistant coaches and trainers and student body. But here's what Kim Mulkey said after the game, unsolicited. Like, there was not a question that preceded this part right here. So here we go. Let me turn this up. Here you go. Here's Kim Mulkey. Why is it not working? Why is it not working? Oh, she don't want to work for me now. Come on, Kim, stop it. Figures. All right, hang on. I hate, and it's the only reason why it's doing that is because it's Kim Mulkey. That's the only reason why it's doing it. If it was not her, it wouldn't be doing it. All right, let's try it again. Here we go. And it's not working. And it's not working. All right. So anyway, let me pull this down. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Bottom line is unsolicited. After the game, Kim Mulkey says that the women, she hopes that the NCAA does not test the players in the Final Four for COVID-19 because it would be a shame for the players to not have a chance to play in the Final Four if they came up positive with COVID-19 due to the NCAA testing them. And I say again, and I quote, is she okay? Is she all right? Nobody asked her. Nobody was harping on, oh, we got to test everybody. We got to test that. Nobody was doing that. But of her own volition, using her First Amendment rights, which she's allowed to do, Kim Mulkey, head coach of Baylor women's team, decides to tell the world that everybody in the Final Four on the women's side should be able to play without being tested for COVID-19 because you don't want to find out if somebody has COVID-19 so that person and others would not get to play in the tournament, in the Final Four because of COVID-19. Is she okay? It is one thing to be anti-COVID-19, to not feel like it's a real thing, to not feel like young people will have any kind of negative effects. I keep seeing people say it's got less than a 1% mortality rate. So who do you get to choose to be in the 1% that does die from it? Do we get to pick from your family, or are you okay picking somebody else's? Like, saying it's got a less than 1% mortality rate is still wrong. Because when somebody else's family member dies, for them, it has a 100% mortality rate. And oh yeah, by the way, as the head coach of one of the best basketball programs in the country of a major college and university, she's got to be smarter and utilize more discernment, wisdom, and better judgment than that. Like we said this at the beginning of all of this last year. Todd, myself, Ferdinand, Keith, a lot of people. It's one thing for the pros to do it. Get out there and play. It's another thing for young people at colleges and universities to have to do it. They're not getting paid. Their scholarships should not be in jeopardy. And then everybody's like, oh, yeah, the safest place for them is at the schools. They'll get better care and treatment at the schools than they will in their own communities. Some of these folks won't get the meals. Some of these folks won't get the nutrition. Some of them don't have access to the testing if they stay home. But in a controlled environment at our school, under the leadership of our caring coaches who are like mothers and fathers to these poor children, they'll be safe. And now we heard the Scott Frost of women's college basketball. Oh, no, don't test them. We don't want to know. We don't need to know who has COVID in the Final Four. They just need to be able to play. That's the most important thing. Not their health. Not the fact that they can take it back to grandma, who has a higher mortality rate. Not that they can take it to another family member who might have an immune deficiency or a compromised immune system. Not that they can go be a super spreader in their community that might already be hard hit. But we don't want to know. We don't need to know. We just need them to be able to play. And then on top of that, which is where I go with the Is She All Right? She had a press conference, or at that same press conference, she's fooling around with one of those blue surgical masks, and she's got it crooked, so she's looking like she's, I don't know, auditioning for a movie, Psycho 8, whichever version we're on. And she's fooling around with this mask, and she can't get it right, so it's crooked. It's like this. It's like, Kim, if you just leave it alone, just put it on and leave it alone, you'll be all right. And then she pulls it down every time she's trying to talk. Pulls it down. Well, what did you see? Well, write it like that. Write it like that. And it's crooked when she pulls it back up. It's like, are you okay? Like, blink twice if you need help. Are there voices in your head? Are you Legion? Are y'all many? What is going on right now? Like, seriously, somebody should have taken her and put her under observation for a minute or two. If that's who people are trusting their children to, I'm concerned. And it's not the first time that Kim Mulkey has gone off the rails. And say what you want to say. Coach Drew over on the men's side, great guy. Glad to see he's turned the program around. Head football coach. Like the guy that they got from LSU as a person, but he ain't getting it done on the football field. Kim Mulkey is the biggest voice on the campus of Baylor. Hers is the biggest voice on the campus of Baylor. Combine all the coaches together, and they don't come close to the power that Kim Mulkey wields at Baylor. Emphasis on at Baylor. Outside of that, to the rest of the world, she just sounds thrown off. She sounds not right. She sounds like she needs to, something. Let us know you need help. Hey, Coach Mulkey, all joking aside, I'm AJ with KYOK. I do not have a sports-related question. This is not an interview question. This is a private concern for you. Are you okay? Like, I was real concerned about the mask. I was real concerned about the statement about COVID, not because, you're not entitled to your state. I just want to know, are you okay? I know it's a lot trying to coach during a pandemic, trying to lead young people during a pandemic. I know you got a family of your own. Are you okay? If not, it's okay to be not okay. And if she would have blessed me out, so be it. But somebody needs to ask her if she's okay. And before you think that I'm just coming down on women and women's coaches, and this is part of the disparity between the men and the women, if any male coach had behaved and said the same thing that she did, I would be saying the same thing that I'm saying now. Keith Hennig, Kim Mulkey has issues. She skates on the other side of the ice. Like, all joking aside, man, it's not okay. It is not okay. I mean, it really isn't. I mean, it's dangerous. For her sake, for the kids' sake. Oh, AJ, everybody doesn't have to think like you. No, you don't have to think like me, but you don't have to be borderline that. I don't want to try and label it. Those are the signs that you got to see and start asking questions about before it turns into something else. Bobby Knight, long before he got run out of Indiana, long before he got run out of Texas Tech, wherever else, Bobby Knight gave us signs that he needed help, that he was not okay. And it wasn't until he choked someone's child that folks stood up and said something about it. And what happens? Bobby Knight goes on, gets another job at Texas Tech, and, he's not as bad as he was, but he's still not okay. How do I know he's not okay? Because Bobby Knight, when asked about going back to Indiana for some honor session or awards, whatever, recognition, Bobby Knight's statement was, I hope that everyone that was there, that ran me out of Indiana is dead. I hope all of them are dead. I'm sorry, that's not okay. And to my colleague that laughed when he said that, that's not okay. And if you think I'm being melodramatic, okay, wait till whatever it is happens, and then y'all be like, dang, where'd that come from? And I'll be sitting here like, it's been there. Next subject. There are people that are functioning that are not okay. Kim Mulkey seemed like one of them last night. Without question, without being asked a question, she goes on to not testing kids so that they can play in the Final Four. She's been wearing a mask how long? And she had a problem with it last night. Last night was the night she had a problem with the mask because, what was that, the first time, second time she's worn one? Y'all love these coaches, man. And just because you can coach don't mean you ought to be leading young people. In fact, we'll talk about a guy who should be leading young people as long as he possibly can. But guys like that don't get the kind of recognition that they deserve. It's the Kim Mulkeys, it's the Jim Boeheims, it's the Bill Selfs, it's the John Calipari's, it's the Scott Frost. Everybody loves them. Oh yeah, great guy, well respected. She's well respected around the league. 281-453-1000. 281-453-1000. I'm sorry that the Baylor Bears women got robbed 69-67 in their loss to UConn. I'm concerned about their coach. I'll be right back.
Now, in-home or in-office do-it-yourself COVID-19 testing is available to you, and the results are 99% accurate. Save your time and be safe by avoiding the lines and crowds. You can test yourself and your family members at home. Test your employees at work, making sure your workplace is safe. Simply call Citation Bioscience at the number we're about to give you to order your COVID-19 testing kits. When they arrive, follow the simple instructions and send them back to us with our prepaid shipping. Results are ready the next day in 95% of the cases. And remember, they are 99% accurate and reimbursable by your insurance company. Save your time, stay safe, and avoid the crowds. Order your COVID-19 kits now by calling this number now. Pricing starts at $119 and discounts are available for larger orders. Call now. 800-247-8046. 800-247-8046. That's 800-247-8046.
Do you watch television? Of course you do. Then have you tried Dish TV from All American Dish yet? No? Well, now is a great time because we're giving everyone that calls today a 2-year locked-in price. Your rate will not change for 2 years. The clock is ticking. Call now, get Dish, and get your price locked in for 2 years and save yourself some money. Dish has your favorite TV programs, even Netflix and Amazon Prime built into the DVR. You can even watch Dish anywhere you have an internet connection. Plus, we've even got awesome discounts for the military and seniors. Oh, and one more thing. Call All American Dish now and we'll even give you a free Google TV voice remote, free installation, and free equipment. Don't wait. Call All American Dish now.
800-296-1302. 800-296-1302. 800-296-1302. That's 800-296-1302.
You don't sit behind a desk every day to earn a living. You're out and about making it happen. And sometimes you get a little bit behind on your paperwork, like bookkeeping and paying your taxes. It's easy to get behind on paying your taxes. It happens to the best of us. And you know what happens next. The big bad IRS comes knocking on your door. And when that happens, you need to call the good old boys at the Tax Doctor. Let them do what they do best. Deal and negotiate with the IRS so you pay the lowest you can in back taxes that the law allows. We are a 100% U.S.-based company, and we've saved our clients millions over the years in back taxes. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, call my friends right now at the Tax Doctor and learn more.
800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. That's 800-603-9359.
1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legendary KYOK.
All right, hold on. That didn't work. That didn't work at all. My little jingle thing, all goobered up in there. She got it all goobered up in there. Let me see if I can rub it off and get whatever's goobering it up off. Hold on. I'm try that again. I mean, it's Raven Rogers, so I got to get it right. That's got to work. All right. I got some text messages, not phone calls, but email messages from some people who want to state their opinions. So I want to get those out there. I don't want them to think I'm censoring them. Here we go. Hit this.
Hey, you want some sports with your lunch? Well, tune in to the legendary KYOK at the lunch break. And I'm Raven Rogers.
There you go. I had to get that right. When you got a Raven Rogers on the drop, you got to get that right. All right. So here we go. WT. So, AJ, what you're saying is because you don't agree with her comments, she's got to be mentally ill, judge much. No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. She can not be concerned about COVID. She cannot feel like testing is necessary. She cannot want to wear a mask. In the state of Texas, which they are in for the women's game, in San Antonio, the mask law or requirement has been lifted, except for in places, private places that require you to wear one. I don't know if she's under the state requirement. I don't know if the venue is requiring. I'm pretty sure that the NCAA required people to wear masks. I'm pretty sure. So it's not about what I agree with as far as what she said. It's just she's got to do what she's supposed to do. And then back to the opinion part. She is more than welcome to have an opinion for herself. But if the people you work for say, we're going to test all of the young people during every round of every and before every game, then you might want to be in line with your employer when you are in front of a mic and cameras that go out to millions of other people, especially given you were not responding to a question. Remember how several people said, oh, Colin Kaepernick should not be expressing his own views and opinions while on the clock at his job. See how that comes back at you real quick? She wasn't on Kim Mulkey time. She wasn't just sitting there talking to her closest friends and family. She was talking to the world while on the clock representing the school, Baylor, and the NCAA. So, using your own logic, she shouldn't be espousing her own independent views about something that affects the lives of so many other people when the employer says, this is what we're going to do. That's one of those, hey, listen, well, again, she didn't have a question. So that's what we call an unforced error. Nobody made you say that. Nobody made you do that. And oh, yeah, by the way, if the NCAA, and I doubt they will, if the NCAA wanted to fine her or sanction her in some kind of way, it's perfectly within their right. It's kind of like when in the NBA, the guys talk bad about the refs, and then we find out they get hit with a $20,000 fine. It would be very justifiable if the NCAA did something like that. Nobody asked her. And if they had, that would have been one of those, hey, listen, we don't see it the same way, but I do what I got to do what I'm supposed to do. And oh, yeah, by the way, I got to make sure that these kids are safe and that they don't, go out and affect their families and their community. You don't have to agree with it. You don't have to kowtow to it. But you don't just get to randomly spout out about it and expect everybody to just be, oh, yeah, that's real good that she got to exercise her First Amendment rights like that. Please, give me a break. It goes both ways. And we get to pick and choose. LP, I've had concerns about Kim Mulkey for a long time. I feel like as soon as she starts losing, that she'll be gone quick. Yeah, people put up with a lot when you're winning. People put up with a lot when you're winning. Bobby Knight was put up with for a long time because he was winning. Soon as it went too far, and in Texas Tech they weren't winning, gotta go. Gotta go. You winning, folks will tolerate stuff. I agree with that tweet 100%, that message 100%. Whenever she starts the losing, she's out of there. All right, ET says AJ Baylor definitely got robbed in the women's game. I said the same thing. There should be a review process because that one was egregious and affected the entire outcome of the game. Yeah, that was the saddest part of the night. Not saying that Baylor would have won, but they should have had a chance to knock down 2 free throws and at least tie it up. Whether they did it or not, it's not the point. They should have had the chance to. And I'm not going in on the refs. I just said you got to get it right. That's your job. You got one job, Yeah, there's human error, but that was one that, you gotta find a way to make that right. All right. So anyway, I said that I was going to get off of the Kim Mulkeys of the world and the Scott Frost and the Jim Boeheim's and the Tom Izzos and the John Calipari's and the Bill Selfs of the world, and get on a guy that's just flat out a good guy, great guy, who can flat out coach. And that's Kelvin Sampson. Check his record. Check his record. Everywhere that Kelvin Sampson has been was better because of Kelvin Sampson, and great while under Kelvin Sampson. The dude can just flat out coach. And again, I will say some of his issue was self-inflicted. The NCAA had a rule you can only text or call players so many times and during certain times. And while it was a dumb rule, you still got to follow it. You still have to follow it. And Kelvin Sampson chose not to follow it while at Indiana. And the NCAA threw the book at him. Like he was literally out of the game, out of college basketball for 5 years minimum. Which blows my mind because, man, when I think about the John Calipari's with what happened at Memphis, and then he got to go on to somewhere else. And there was no fallout from him, what he did at Memphis when he moved on somewhere else. And oh yeah, by the way, Kentucky hadn't been squeaky clean while he's there. Never has he had to face a 5-year ban, just cause ban from the league, from the NCAA. Roy Williams. I mean, there is a class being taught at North Carolina that is not a class for years. There is no way you can tell me he did not know about it. No way. No 5-year ban. We're literally talking about Rick Pitino leaving Iona and getting a job at a major college and university again, and this man should probably be in jail for racketeering. He's got women of the night coming in. He's got recruiting violations. He's part of the FBI investigation, federal investigation. And because he got Iona back to the NCAA tournament, we're talking about him getting a better school soon. But Kelvin Sampson gets sat down for 5 years minimum for texting too much. It was a rule. I will give it to you. It was a rule. You follow the rule, but the punishment definitely did not fit the crime. Bill Self's got Snoop Dogg coming in with, adult dancers for college kids. I know. Oh, AJ, the horror. They do worse at their college parties and their frat parties and what. That's not the point. The point is the head basketball coach shouldn't be facilitating that. He shouldn't be the party planner. And if he is, guess what? He should be punished for it. Hadn't been punished for it yet. It's almost like Bill Self is doing all this wrong stuff, and the NCAA is waiting for him to tell them what his punishment should be. No, I don't think I should be punished for it. I feel like I learned my lesson. Okay, we ain't going to do anything. Thanks, Bill. But Kelvin Sampson sat down 5 years. Goes to the NBA, was with Milwaukee for a little while, then got over to the Rockets. Great guy. All the players loved him. Probably would have been considered as a head coach candidate for the Rockets, if they didn't, other things didn't happen. And then he gets the U of H job. And sure enough, that great coaching pedigree, gene, DNA strand kicks in, and here come the Cougs. And they have been knocking on the door since he's been there. Great recruiting, great players, no scandals, no issues. Yeah, we had a kid transfer, get in the portal and transfer. Kid wanted to be where he is. He's down in Florida State now. but Kelvin Sampson just doing it the right way. He's not up there Tom Izzoing and grabbing kids, snatching kids. He's not sitting down at the mic in front of like Kim Mulkey saying craziness. He's not doing the Nick Saban and going off on reporters. Just coaching and just winning. Both ends of the court, defensively, offensively. And here they are, back in the Final Four for the first time since 1984. And got just as much of a chance to win it all as anybody else in the Final Four, which is them and Baylor right now. Do they look like on paper they can beat Baylor? No. Do they look like they can beat Baylor with the eye test? No, but that's why they play the games. Going to be two great coaches. Going to be two really well-coached teams battling it out. It's going to be fun to watch. And the winner of that will take on one of the teams on the other side of the Final Four, which will be decided tonight. We'll know who the other half of the Final Four will be after tonight. But I definitely wanted to get into the whole Kelvin Sampson, because if you ever thought that there was a disparity between some coaches and others, and notice I'm not making it about race, although it very well could be. There's just disparity between some coaches and others. That's all. That's all I got. 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000. Floyd, I see you there. Big time Floyd, what's up? Kimberly Negrete, I see you. CJ, what's happening? Soul of a Nation tonight at 9 p.m. Channel 13. It's gonna be good. Yeah, I'm expecting to deal with some of it, but I got another big night as far as college basketball. So I got to deal with that. All right, let me get a short version of Sybil Wilkes on with the COVID-19 update and what you need to know right here on the lunch break.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know today. Several states are reporting an increase in COVID-19 infections, and some state leaders are sounding the alarm. According to data from Johns Hopkins University, more than 24 states are reporting at least a 10% increase in new infections compared to the previous week. Some state health officials say many of the new infections appear to be among younger groups. I'm Sybil Wilkes. Be informed, be empowered.
Absolutely. Did you see that thing I said I needed? Oh, no, you're talking about something else.
For the KYOK Conference 90.3 FLA,
The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK
Here,
are
what number
entirely
do I need?
those of the hosts,
Let me know.
guests, and callers who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
So that's what he's doing a month per month.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Hey, I'm hoping.
Yeah.
When you walk out on that field today, ask yourself this question.
What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. We ready. We ready. We ready. We ready. I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house.
When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. Listen,
it's going to be football now.
Okay, still working. Okay. Got it.
What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's hunt. We ready. I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house.
we're talking about about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how now we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up the chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from him. He's a man. They can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. I'm proud when you step on the field, man. That's who I am. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We ready. Let's go to the house. Let's go to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
No, that's just the first hour on the books. Second hour underway right here on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It is Team Texas Tuesday, and our team showed out last night. Number 1 seed Baylor heading back to the Final Four for the first time since 1950. 1950. That's 71 years after they beat Arkansas 81-72. Baylor will face none other than the U of H Cougs. Cougars got by Oregon State 67-61, and they had to dig down deep and play some defense down the stretch to get that one back on track, and they did. That's their first trip back to the Final Four since 1984. The U of H's 5th trip to the Final Four, and they've never broken through. So Chris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, hit me with a text. He's like, so when did we make getting to the Final Four, such a big deal? It's like, that's 2 wins away from winning the championship. And he's got a point. The Cougars have been to the Final Four 5 times now, going for their 5th time, and they haven't broken through. They got to get in that finals, man. They got to win one. Got to win one. Baylor, got to win one. Got to win one. So, again, those were the games last night. NBA side, Spurs fell to the Sacramento Kings 132-115. They got 23 from DeJounte Murray. It'll be the same 2 teams tomorrow at 7:30 Central in San Antonio. The Rockets also came up short, losing 120-110 to Memphis. They got 25 and 9 from newly acquired Kelly Olynyk, but again, wasn't enough. Came in the loss. They're going to visit James Harden and Brooklyn, and that'll be tomorrow night, 6:30. They'll be out on the East Coast. That's 6:30 Central. The Mavericks beat Oklahoma City 127-106. Luka had 25 in the win, and New Orleans beat Boston 115-109. Zion Williamson has come into his own. 28 points, 9 rebounds, and had another high field goal percentage. Great job by New Orleans. Can I ask, is it too soon to ask the question? What's wrong in Boston now? What does poor Brad Stevens not have right now? What's the matter now? What is it? Is the air not right in the arena in Madison Square Gardens? The air's not right. What's wrong? Are they having water issues? Is his tummy upset? What's the matter now? Why? Boston is what? Let me pull up Boston's record. Hold on. I know I got to be nice to Brad Stevens because he's Brad. Let me look at the standings in the East. Yeah, Boston is 7th in the standings. They're 23-24. They're behind the Atlanta Hawks, the New York Knicks, and the Charlotte Hornets. What's wrong now, Brad? What the matter? Come here. Let Daddy see it. You want me to kiss it and feel better? Okay, go ahead, little Brad. Go ahead, Brattle. Good gosh. When are we going to stop coddling this guy and realize that the dude's got players? Y'all are killing me with this. Let me see who played for Brad last night. I'm sure he was out there with a rec team league. Box score, Boston. Hey, he had Jason Tatum, 34-9. Marcus Smart's back. Kemba Walker was there. You got nothing from Williams and from the Williams boys, Robert and Grant. Off the bench, had, Evan Fournier, I know, had a bad night, 0 for 10. So that's what it was. It was Evan. It was Evan's problem. Evans what did it. Goodness gracious. Brad Stevens in Boston. Love him. Love to love him. So anyway, Major League Baseball, Astros and Washington tied at 2 each. Milwaukee and the Rangers. Milwaukee beat the Rangers 4-0. 3 more cases have been filed against Deshaun Watson, up to 19 now. And then, of course, I told you about Women's March Madness. UConn beat Baylor 69-67 on a very controversial non-call of a foul on a shot attempt by Baylor's Dejanay Carrington. And then head coach Kim Mulkey, gave her unsolicited views on whether the young ladies should be tested for COVID-19 now that they're in the Final Four. So there you go. That's your sports update. That's your sports update. Let's see. Also last night, I gotta give some credit to the other game. It was Arizona. Arizona beat Indiana 66-53. So Arizona and UConn advanced to the Final Four. Tonight we'll find out if the Lady Longhorns can get in. They take on a very good South Carolina team. And then Stanford is going to take on Louisville tonight at 8. 6 and 8 are those two games. Both of those are on ESPN. So again, I'll have another busy night. So if you're looking to talk to me tonight, yeah, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. So there you go. All right, let me get into the March Madness Keeping Up with the Joneses bracket challenge. Give you the standings right now. They really got shifted last night. Big Mike Riggins is up top right now with 67 points, tied with Delano. Stephanie Bisco is third right now with 66. Todd Malcolm, 66. Mike Riggins, 2, 65. Stephanie Bisco's main bracket has 65. Dr. Aki is at number 7. Erica Agnew at number 8, tied with Tammy LeSure and Tori Raspberry. And then at number 11, you've got my son. Number 12, Eric Powell. Number 12, Amber. Also tied at 12, Chi-Town, Alexis, Erica Agnew. So there's your top 12. Then we drop down to 17, Carlton Berry, Delano Burton. Then 19, Longhorn Keith, Dwayne B. Cook, myself. Alexis, number 2, is at 22. Todd Malcolm is down at 23. I'm ahead of Todd. That's all that matters for me. Carrie Reinhardt is 24. My second bracket is at 24. Chi-Town down there at 24, but he's got U of H to win it all, so that could really help him. Milo at 24. Delano 2 is at 28. Amber Malcolm, 29. Keisha Kelly has 2 at 29. And then Amber Malcolm wraps it up at 32. Amber Malcolm wraps it up at 32. So that's your entire standings. Wait a minute, Caleb forgives me? LOL, I don't know what that means. Help me. Help me out with that. Kim Negrete, what does that mean? Caleb forgives me. I'm wondering what that means. Did I not say Caleb's name on here? Now she's got me scrolling down to see if I mispronounced Caleb's name. I don't know what I did. Oh, birthday dinner tonight. Okay, I got it. Yeah, please get me out of the doghouse there. Please. All right, so anyway, that's the lunch break. Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge for March Madness. The winner's gonna win $500. $500. The winner will win $500. And right now it's looking like Big Mike or Delano or Stephanie Bisco. Todd, the bracket that Todd has at number 3 has Ohio State winning it all. So, he's got to hope everybody else loses. Big Mike can really slide in there on either one of his brackets because he's got Gonzaga and Michigan on his top 2 brackets. So a lot of people hoping Gonzaga doesn't get upset. A lot of people hoping Gonzaga does not get upset. So anyway, that's the standings. All right, let me take a break. Come back with more right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK, the all-new 92.3 FM. It is our Team Texas Tuesday.
Attention business owners, listen carefully to this important message. Are you tired of struggling with monthly bookkeeping or always being behind? Maybe you're fed up with paying your CPA ridiculously high hourly rates for subpar services. At Finance Pal, we know your pain. We're small business owners who understand your tax and accounting needs. At Finance Pal, we take over your books and design a program custom tailored to fit your needs. Whether it's bookkeeping, payroll, bill pay, inventory tracking, or taxes, we have you covered. We handle some or all of these services for one flat, affordable, low monthly fee. Stop worrying about your books and drowning in paperwork. Let us worry while you focus on growing your business. This setup is easy, and we give you the tools and technology to make your monthly finances streamlined and organized. Call now for a free business assessment.
800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. That's 800-213-9527. Here's an important COVID-19 school system update for your local area. If you're concerned about your child's education, please pay close attention to this message. The current school systems were not set up for at-home learning. If you're worried that your child may not be getting the grades they need to get ahead, maybe losing self-confidence, or you're worried about them getting into a good college because of their grades, help is available to you. Call Grade Potential Tutoring. They can help with in-home or online tutoring and help your child with any subject at every grade level, even for test prep. They're experts in the home tutoring and online tutoring field and confident they can help you and your child get better grades today. Call now for your free consultation. 800-580-7680. 800-580-7680. 800-580-7680. That's 800-580-7680.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
This is Jasmine Highsmith, and you're having a side of sports with your lunch here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
All right, y'all. Friends, how many of us have them? Friends, the one you can depend on. Friends, before we go any further, let's be friends. Playing that for my friend Kimberly Negrete. She got me out of trouble with Lil Man. Lil Man's got a birthday dinner tonight. I ain't gonna be able to make it. He says he forgives me. Thank you. That's all I gotta say is thank you. I'm serious. I don't like getting in trouble with grown-ups. I'm learning how to deal with it a little bit better than I used to. But with kids, oh man. You let a kid look at me with that. So what's wrong? You said you were buying ice cream. You didn't buy no ice cream. I'm done. I'm buying the ice cream, like all the ice cream. Kid look at me like that. Oh yeah, it's going down. Like, hold on. Hi, Frostbank, I need a loan. For what? I need to buy up all the ice cream. I forgot to get ice cream for a kid. Can you make that available like right now? Like, I need that transferred in my account like right now. So thank you, Kim Negrete. You rock, you rule, you are my friend. All right, so somebody got on me for getting on Brad Stevens. AJ, what do you expect? Him to be better? Simple answer, him to be better. I got to pull it up now. Now that I got that, I need to pull up Brad Stevens coaching record. I need his record. I need Brad Stevens' current record right now as a head coach of the Boston Celtics. I need that record right now. Hang on. I'm getting it now. I'm getting it. Coaching, no, not college, NBA coaching career, head coaching record. There we go. Now y'all messed around with me. Y'all messed around with me. You're going to be surprised. All right, here we go. Wins and losses for Brad Stevens. Brad Stevens has won 318 games and has lost 246. He's got a 564 winning percentage. Last year, they were second in the Atlantic. Year before that, they were third in the Atlantic. Year before that, they were second in the Atlantic. Year before that, they were first in the Atlantic. All right, so, yeah, all right. So last year, they lost in the conference finals. So they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. Year before that, they lost in the conference semifinals. Year before that, they lost in the conference finals. Year before that, they lost in the conference finals. Year before that, they lost in the first round. Year before that, they lost in the first round. And the year before that, they missed the playoffs. So what's the matter now? What is it? Y'all cool with that? Y'all all right? I'm just saying. I'm just trying to see what y'all doing. Record by year. His first year was 25-57. Second year, he was 40-42. Third year, he was 48-34. Fourth year, he was 53-29. Fifth year, 55-27. Sixth year, he was 49-33. And last year, he was 48-24. So he's a great coach. Keep him. Sign everybody else in the East. Great coach. Man, you got the right guy. Keep him. He's doing well. Y'all are on your way. Hang on to him. Signed everyone else in the East. He ain't no Kelvin Sampson. He good, though. Got a great coach, y'all. Y'all got the right one. I am henceforth, let me read a statement. I just wrote it. Ahem. I, AJ Jones, host of the Lunch Break Sports Talk Show, do hereby, henceforth now and forevermore, forthwith, promise to not talk bad about Brad Stevens at Boston with the Celtics. As a result of going over his coaching record, I do see the error of my ways, and I am now ready to stand here and admit that I was not correct in my assessment of just how bad he really is. So therefore, on behalf of my family, my friends, my coworkers, my associates, people that I don't even know, I would like to apologize to all the fans, players, parts of the organization, the family of, and anybody else who cares, Brad Stevens. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Signed, I, AJ Jones, host of the Lunch Break Sports Talk Show, and I will not be taking any further questions. Y'all like him? I now officially love him. Great guy. Wonderful. I mean, phenomenal. 318 wins, 246 losses. Phenomenal. Great. In the playoffs, he's 37-36, a little bit over 500. Great. There it is. All you got to do is, for me, just let me look at the numbers. Just let me look at the numbers. And when I'm wrong, I will write an apology and I will state it. I'm not taking any questions. I will take a break. We'll be back with more right after this on the lunch break. We'll talk about tonight's games when I come back. Okay? All right.
In need of tires? Check out OMG Tire Services and more. New and used tires, all the name brands you desire. located at 3126 Tidwell between 59 North and Jensen. Give them a call at 832-767-3211. Top-notch service from beginning to end. When you're done, get your car hand-washed inside and out at OMG Tire Services and more. Located at 3126 Tidwell between 59 North and Jensen. Call 832-767-3211. That's 832-767-3211. Conveniently located on the north side.
Here's an important COVID-19 school system update for your local area. If you're concerned about your child's education, please pay close attention to this message. The current school systems were not set up for at-home learning. If you're worried that your child may not be getting the grades they need to get ahead, maybe losing self-confidence, or you're worried about them getting into a good college because of their grades, help is available to you. Call Grade Potential Tutoring. They can help with in-home or online tutoring and help your child with any subject at every grade level, even for test prep. They're experts in the home tutoring and online tutoring field and confident they can help you and your child get better grades today. Call now for your free consultation. 800-580-7680. 800-580-7680. 800-580-7680. That's 800-580-7680.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. Radio stations in one.
The old way of living with diabetes is a pain. You've got to remember to do your testing, and you always need to be sticking your fingers. The new way to live your life with diabetes is with a continuous glucose monitor. You simply apply a discreet, easy-to-use sensor on your body, and it continuously monitors your glucose levels, helping you spend more time in range and freeing you from painful finger pricks. If you test your blood sugar at least 4 times per day and inject insulin at least 3 times per day, or use an insulin pump and have private insurance or Medicare, you might be eligible for a CGM with little or no cost to you. Call U.S. Medical Supply today for a free benefits check. We offer free shipping, 90-day supplies, and we bill Medicare or your insurance directly. Call now and say goodbye to finger pricks.
800-633-1378. 800-633-1378. 800-633-1378. That's 800-633-1378.
Let's be honest. Wheelchairs are heavy, bulky, and ugly. If you carry a wheelchair in your car to take care of a loved one, you know how hard it is getting that clunky, old-style wheelchair in and out of your car. Introducing the Feather Chair Wheelchair. At 13 pounds, it's the world's lightest wheelchair. It folds in seconds and fits neatly in your trunk, backseat, or closet, so you can take it everywhere. And it's only available right here. Order yours today and get a free wheelchair case, a $50 value, yours free. The Feather Chair. The world's lightest wheelchair is just $4.99 with easy payments as low as $16 a month. Sorry, no Medicare or insurance accepted. So call right now to order yours.
800-262-4690. 800-262-4690. 800-262-4690. That's 800-262-4690.
Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me Show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me Show, right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 AM, and the all-new 92.3 FM and KYOKradio.org.
Hey guys, this is your girl Brandy Nelson, and you are listening to The Lunch Break on KYOK.
All right, y'all. I want y'all to be sure and join my brother like no other, TD Blackshear, for Table Talk. That'll be Tuesdays from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. right here on the legendary KYOK, AM 1140, 92.3 FM, and KYOKradio.org. I love his show because he gets to talk about stuff I don't get to talk about. Y'all think I go hard to the paint, man. Listen, got to check out TD Blackshear. Table Talk, Tuesdays, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Central, right here on the Leggy. KYOK. All right. Yeah, Willie Gibson. Big shout out to Willie Gibson, broadcast journalist up in Columbus, Ohio. Covers the Ohio State Buckeyes, the Big Ten, the Cleveland Browns, all them, and other stuff because he's in the know on a lot of stuff, man. Future host of Will Knows podcast. I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that. You know what's interesting? I know I'm bad. Let me tell you how I know I'm bad. I'm not talking about like Michael Jackson bad. I'm talking about putrid. I know I'm putrid because I don't have a lot of friends asking me to be on their podcast. I don't. It's like, yo, man, I'll come on your show and talk crazy with you on your show, but you ain't coming on mine with that craziness, and it's okay. I know what flavor I am. I know my flavor. I know this. So watch this. Whenever they need somebody to rile it up, they know who to call. They know who to call. I'm like Tupac in oh man, what was the name of that movie? Tupac and the guy that was trying to get out and go to school, and Tupac wanted to go and shoot up the neighborhood and the local store. I'm Tupac in that movie. I'm not the kid trying to go to school. I'm like Doughboy in bad not New Jack City, Boys in the Hood. Good night, man. I'm like Doughboy and Boys in the Hood. You need somebody to set it off. I'm him. I'm definitely not Cuba Gooding Jr. Now, I'm not bad as Nino Brown. I could be though. I could have been Nino Brown. It's a great thing that I use my superpowers for good because, man. So anyway, big shout out to Will Gibson. Yeah, well, I had to do an apology. I had to do an apology for Brad Stevens. Had to. Hold on, somebody's calling me. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
This is Willie Gibson.
Willie, man, what's going on, Dr. Gibson? How you doing, sir?
I'm good, sir. How about you?
Man, I'm doing well. I had to have my media relations people write in a statement.
I see, bro.
For Brad, because I mean they lost to New Orleans last night, 115 to 109, and I'm like, okay, what's the problem now? I mean, they're 23 and 24. They're behind Atlanta, Charlotte. What's wrong now? Does his tummy hurt? He got a headache. Got a headache. What's the matter, Braddy? And then I looked at his record. It's like, oh no, Brad's a great coach. We want them to keep Brad, and signed all the other coaches in the Eastern Conference. Mm-hmm. And then I had to release a statement that I will no longer hereforto with, henceforth, now, and forevermore. Not say anything bad about Brad Stevens on behalf of the other coaches in the league.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
And then I will take no further questions. That part.
Yeah, because I can't take any further questions on this. I have been straightened out by the powers that be.
Yep. Indeed.
I really need to release a statement like that on Kim Mulkey because I went in on her in the first hour. Is she okay? I mean, seriously, all joking aside, is she all right?
Is she not justified for that non-call?
No, I'm talking about when she randomly started talking about the women not being tested for COVID-19 in the Final Four because it would be a shame if they were to test positive and could not play in the Final Four. And nobody asked her a question, and nobody even,
Oh wow, I missed that. We had Buckeye Pro Day here. I missed that.
Yeah. So that was where I was, and then her comments about the call. I wasn't even listening to her comments about the call because she was fooling with her mask, and it's like, is this the first time you worn a mask? Like, if you're not okay, blink twice, and we'll get you some help. Like, she's hearing voices, bro. I'm not trying to diagnose her from afar, but something ain't right.
Right.
I'll get PR to do a statement. I'll have my act together by tomorrow.
Sitting in four corner room staring at candles.
Man, and I'm telling you, it's messed up when your mind's playing tricks on you.
Wow. Indeed.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So whose pro day did you see today?
Ohio State, the Buckeye Invitational, as it's known up here. The Buckeye Invitational was today.
Wait a minute, hold on, bro. hold on. The Ohio State Pro Day is called the what?
The Buckeye Invitational. Absolutely. We invite, they come, and it's a show.
Don't ever let nobody tell you that y'all ain't somebody, because brother, y'all are somebody.
Indeed. QB1 made some money today.
Yeah, because everybody's talking about the the kid from where is that school? North Dakota State.
North Dakota State.
Trey Lance, right. And then the kid from BYU. What's his name? Zach Wilson. And then of course, everybody's talking about Trevor Lawrence, but Justin Fields had to show him a little something today.
Roy Jones. He went Roy Jones Jr. on him. He must have forgot because he ran 4.43 and then came back with a 4.44 and put on a show, dropping literal bombs in the passing drills, dropping literal bombs.
So that things are kind of shifting because folks are getting quarterback desperate in the NFL. Like folks chunking people that they just kissed on the mouth and said, "I love you, man. You my guy." And now they trying to just get rid of them. Like Jimmy Garoppolo, San Francisco sold their draft soul to Philadelphia. So to Miami, so that they can move up to that number 3 spot. And folks say that they are leaning towards Mac Jones out of Alabama. And I'm just wondering if, for some reason, Justin Fields doesn't go number 1 or number 2. Is there any way possible that you see San Francisco taking the kid out of Brigham Young or the kid, Trey Lance, over Justin Fields?
I don't. Number 1 is Lions season. We all know that. It's Lions season. I got to, quote unquote, smoke screen. Smoke screen's a nicer word, but it's Lions season. Everybody's going to lie because nobody wants to tell you exactly what it is they're going to do. So, the San Francisco 49ers moved up to 3. We're going to keep Garoppolo. Oh, they must want Trey Lance because he's not ready. Oh, well, no, they moved up because they want Mac Jones because he won't be there at 12. Yeah. No.
I got a new thing. We got Willie Gibson joining us, broadcast journalist from Columbus, Ohio, covers the Buckeyes, Big Ten, and the Cleveland Browns, host of Will Knows podcast here on the lunch break. I got a new thing. That sounds Mitchell Trubisky-ish. That's the new thing. If there's a quarterback question, it's really Mitchell Trubisky-ish. Mm-hmm. Like if they get that wrong, I got no empathy or sympathy for them.
Well, here's the thing. They benefited from it once because Chicago moved up from 3 to 2 with San Francisco to take Mitchell Trubisky. So now if they in turn gave up all that capital to move up to take Trey Lance, nothing against Trey Lance. He's played, 17 games in his career?
He's been playing for like 5 minutes, but go ahead. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and in the game they created to showcase him. He didn't look good. So you have no film. And Zach Wilson, okay, he played last year, North Alabama and Coastal Carolina. Okay, he looked great. But when he played when BYU played USC in a Pac-12 schedule the year before, what did he do? I didn't know Zach Wilson. I didn't know Zach Wilson from I'll stop. But I didn't know Zach Wilson. And so now, and that's what I mean, it's Lions season. He threw the pass, the last pass, he faded to his left and threw it back right towards the middle of the field. Oh, that's the greatest pass this sliced bread. Sam Darnold, the quarterback who he supposedly allegedly replaced in New York, threw that pass at the rush last year against San Francisco. Dak Prescott throws that pass all the time. But again, it's the propaganda machine. It's Lions season, and we have still a month before the draft. Here we are.
And Justin Fields is just sitting back, talking about, I then, I'm out.
And he's not the only Buckeye put in work today. He put on the show, but Tommy Togiai, 40 reps at 225. almost came within 9 of the NFL combine record. Barry Browning, linebacker, made some money today. Ran a 4.53, 4.58 at linebacker, put up 225 23 times. So, again, that's why I call it jokingly, but seriously, the Buckeye invitation.
Yeah, no, I'm happy for those young people, especially given what they're about to step into. And like you said, man, there's a lot of Buckeyes that are going to make a lot of money, but they're also going to help a lot of teams and play some really good football. I'm real curious to see where Justin Fields goes. I hear a lot of folks talking about New England being very interested in him, as they should be. The Jets would be remiss if they didn't take Justin Fields at number 2. But if they don't, and San Francisco goes Mac Jones or somebody else, if Carolina don't get him, if he's down there, I'm done with him. I'm done with him. I can't help. You can't fix stuff like that. That's just what they want to be.
Here's the thing. I'm not convinced. Call it homerism. Call it whatever you like. That's fine. Don't be convinced that Urban Meyer won't take Justin Fields at 1.
You know what? It's funny you say that, because as you were talking, as you were getting ready to set up what you were going to say, in my mind, I was saying, and that's Urban Meyer sitting right there at number 1, Ohio State, and knows what's up in Justin Fields. Bruh, that could change everything. That really could.
Mm-hmm. What better way to make a splash as the first-time NFL head coach? And and he has thick skin. He could take the criticism of he's supposedly taking his guy, but who knows him better?
Yeah.
He was at the Sugar Bowl, and everyone thought he was there as a scout, looking at Trevor Lawrence. No, he was there watching Justin Fields, and Justin Fields put on a show in the Sugar Bowl.
Yeah. Again, it's going to be interesting because you said it best. That is a legit wild card with Urban Meyer being there in Jacksonville, holding the number 1 pick. And, oh, yeah, by the way, they need a quarterback.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, man, Will Gibson here with us on the lunch break. Michigan tonight and UCLA. I said it the other night, man. Juwan Howard has done an amazing job. I mean, that team in Michigan is legit. Long, lean, everybody can handle the ball. Just about everybody can shoot it. I mean, they look good, and Juwan is a great coach, man. I mean, he's not running anything basic.
No, he brought the NBA to college. He's running NBA schemes in the college game. And you'll see it. And what did Indiana do? Former NBA head coach Mike Woodson. You'll see that begin to trickle down in the college game. It's now you're getting these kids prepared for the next level by bringing in coaches from the next level. He's not running anything. He's playing chess when everybody else is out here playing checkers.
Yeah. I'm happy for him. Obviously some folks thought he would be in over his head. Everybody was, all in love with Beeline and, thought Juwan was, just an emotional pick. Far from it, man. Far from it. I'm also looking forward to what Woodson is going to do right there at Indiana, a place where he played. And again, that's going to be very interesting as well.
Absolutely. Underreported note in the Mike Woodson hire. Not taking anything away. Mike Woodson is very high. He's going to bring, again, an NBA pedigree to the college game. Thad Matta, former Ohio State head coach, is hired as associate AD for basketball administration. So kind of that bridge to give him that bridge to the college game, that introduction to the college game, because he's an NBA head coach. He's on that level. But the reports are just Thad Matta giving him that bridge, again, if you will, for the college game. And it'll be interesting to see that, he gets back in the game. He has unceremonious exit from here 4 years ago. And, it'll be interesting to see. But no, Mike Woodson, without question, great hire, all-time Indiana, great dream job. And, in for your, this being in Texas, The Dollars of Mark Cuban Network. The Dollars of Mark Cuban Network.
And bruh, I love how you bring those backstories in, because that makes sense. That makes sense. Real quick before I have to go, any thoughts on Kelvin Sampson? I feel like he is the most underrated, underappreciated coach out there right now, because all that dude does anywhere he's been is win. And when I look at what he did and what the NCAA hit him with, and I look at some of the other coaches out there that have been tied to far worse, and they still coaching like champs, man, I just got a real big spot in my heart for Kelvin Sampson.
Oh, without question. I mean, you have to give him credit. I mean, he did it at Oklahoma. He was doing it at Indiana, and now he's doing it at U of H. And you tell me, I mean, I'm hearing nationally Chris Beard, but any Kelvin Sampson talk at UT, I don't know.
Yeah, man. Can I just say this? And I'm going to be real. And Longhorn fans, y'all going to think I don't like y'all this week because I've been a little tough on y'all. I don't want Kelvin Sampson to go nowhere near UT. I know he could go and turn that program around and turn it around quickly. But, man, UT doesn't deserve Kelvin Sampson. They really don't. They don't deserve Kelvin Sampson.
Other name I'm hearing, Royal Ivy. I know it's local guy, former player, NBA pedigree at the college level. What's the thought on him?
Yeah, and former player from there, so he might get some grace, and again, might get in there and do a great job because of, like we said, with Juwan Howard and Mike Woodson and some of the other guys who kind of get a real good mix of the NBA theology and the college theology. But again, I don't like to see brothers go to those programs and just get, underappreciated, undervalued, and run off as if they couldn't get the job done. Drew down there at Baylor has been at Baylor for a minute and is just now getting to where they are. They were patient with him. Not every coach gets that kind of grace.
Sure. Absolutely.
So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I hope Kelvin Sampson doesn't – if he wants to drive through Austin, if he got to go down there and play them in Austin, all that is fine. But go and take the job in Austin? No, please don't do that. Please don't do that. Please.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Appreciate you, man. Tell everybody where they can find you, follow you, and keep up with Will Knows.
Definitely. Will Gibson 7, Twitter, Instagram, Willie Gibson on Facebook. And AJ, I'll say this for the record. Love to have you as a guest anytime.
Oh man, hey, listen, I wasn't talking about you, bro. I was just being crazy. I'm Doughboy, man. If you need somebody to stir it up, I ain't quite Nino Brown, but I can be.
Understood. If it's going down, let's get it over with.
Appreciate it. And do know, man, we're praying for you and your family. I know y'all have had some death in your family. Just know we're praying with and for you, Will.
We receive that. Thank you so much.
All right, brother. God bless, man.
You as well.
All right, Will Gibson, man. I mean, good brother. And I mean that. Good brother. Very good brother. As you see, man, he is in the know, ergo Will knows. I like people that do the work, man. They dig in and get the stuff and put it all together. I like that. Y'all I'll let you know when he goes live with Will Knows, and do me a favor, love on him like y'all did David Grubb, Kelsey Nicole Nelson, Vashti Hurd over at Carolina Blitz. I see y'all liking, their stuff and following them and everything like that. I love it. The Lunch Break crew is a family, man. The Lunch Break crew is a family. I see Dr. Aki Davis out there pushing his books and everything like that. I know y'all got copies of that book. And if you don't, get with Dr. Aki and get it, because that's what we do. We support our own. So again, y'all, as soon as Will goes live, we'll be following him up. I mean, I think I was telling him the other day that, man, I used to try and support the local guys. I did. There's so few of us. I support Ralph Cooper. I listen to him. I support Cam White Davis. I listen to her. But some of the other folks, man, I just can't. And I feel that time with podcasts. I listen to Hard in the Paint. I listen to, Listen In with KNN. I listen to, various different people, who support and who do good work, have great content, have stuff that really should be mainstream, but unfortunately, folks don't realize it should be mainstream. So there's a lot of good stuff out there, and I want to keep bringing it to you right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. All right, so Keith Hennig, I would love to see Kelvin at UT. Keith, stop it, Keith. Stop it. We're about to have our first fallout. Kelvin was close to getting the Rockets job. Dr. Aki, I knew that, and when I tried to communicate that on one of your posts, man, one of your followers came after me, man. One of your followers was like to the point where I was about to report him for harassment. Like one of your dudes was like all into, and you call yourself a pastor. I'm like, bruh, I'm not the dude you want to come at like that, because I will stop, turn around, and let you catch me. Like you ain't got to stalk me. We can just meet face to face right here. So, but I knew that Kelvin Sampson was a legitimate candidate for the head coach job with the Rockets. And Tillman Fertitta's thing was, do I pull him out of U of H where, he's a big time booster and alum and, whatever on the board, or do I leave him there and find somebody else? And he made the decision to leave Kelvin there and go with Stephen Silas. But to me, he wouldn't have gone wrong with either one, because Kelvin Sampson's son would have taken over the U of H program, so there wouldn't have been as much of a drop-off as folks think. So I knew that was legitimate discussions, but you know how people are. Sports is one of those things where folks are so passionate about what they believe and what they think, they almost become combative. They almost become fanatical. And again, I'm at that stage where I choose not to go back and forth with you. I choose not to try and set you straight. I choose to let you live your truth, but don't push me. What's that song? Don't push me because I'm close to the edge. So anyway, y'all are killing me with this Nino Brown. I want to be Michael Jackson so bad. Cause I'm bad, I know it. I want to be bad so bad. I was a nerd in school. I had tape on my black rim glasses in school. I did. I had tape. I had a big old crazy looking afro. I had some clothes that my mom got, clothes and shoes that my mom got where we got our groceries. I wasn't a cool kid. And then when I did get borderline cool because I hung around some of the cool people, I was with the cool people. I wasn't a cool person. I didn't get uber cool. I did get uber cool. I didn't get uber cool until I got to Tulane and pledged Kappa and was working on WYLD radio. It's like, wait a minute, you work on FM 98? Yeah. Wait a minute, you at Kappa? Yeah. You at Tulane? Yeah, I got cool then. Hello, you live on the lunch break. Who's this?
My brother.
Yes, sir.
Looks like we hanging tough together in the bracketing, huh?
No, man, you the one. I'm so far down on the list, I can't even see straight, Doc.
No, we running tight. I think around 16 or 19 or something like that.
I'm finna pull it up right now. I'm finna tell you where you at right now, and you got some opportunities to even move up because of your pick. Like you at 19, you got 58 points, but you got a possible 122 left, and you got Michigan. And I'm telling you right now, if Michigan wins tonight, which I believe they will, and then they beat whoever they got on their side, either USC or Gonzaga, like, bruh, if Gonzaga goes down, you shoot up to the top.
Yeah, but see, the thing, excuse me, the thing is the fact that the thing that hurt me in that bracket is because I went on the other side. I went, of course, with Ohio State.
Right.
Instead of going with Baylor. I felt that Ohio State had a better squad, but they just ran into a ball game that, it's neither here or there.
Right,
so,
right. But see, that's the thing, man. The brackets are so jacked up right now. People are counting on, they're living on their final pick being that final pick. And so many people in front of you have Gonzaga. Like I'm looking right now, you got Michigan, Delano's got Baylor, and then everybody's got Gonzaga. My son's got Baylor. Two people have Illinois.
You're out.
Let's see, Big Mike would be your only problem because he's got Michigan on one of his. You got an Ohio State, and then everybody else has Gonzaga. So if Gonzaga loses, you shoot up near the top.
Now let me tell you this right quick. The wife and I were, Lady Alana and I were in Vegas last week during the first round of we were down there visiting, but happened to pass by. You should have heard the heckling and you should have heard the excitement when all of the upsets started taking place and the downward spiral effect that it had on some of the odds regarding those particular teams that were expected to. Like, for example, when U of H almost lost to Rutgers, you're talking about sitting on the edge of their seat. Oh, my goodness. They were in shambles, and all of a sudden, bam, here come those Cougars, and they just pop right on up.
Yeah, man, I got to tell you, I love what Kelvin Sampson is doing at U of H, bro. I love how he's got those young people believing. Man, that kid Giroux out of New Orleans, bro.
Yeah.
Like, again, I'm going to go on and say it, Tulane, LSU, La Tech, all those schools, and I'll even throw the HBCUs in there. How y'all let that young man leave the state is just, I'm sorry. You should have, if you didn't make an offer, you're bad. If you made an offer and he chose U of H over you, that's different. But if LSU, Tulane, La Tech, and some of those other schools did not even make an offer, that's on y'all.
And the thing about him is the fact, and of course, in just watching him, he is really U of H's best player on the floor. They had him guarding. Who did they play last night? Oregon State.
Yeah.
They had him guarding Oregon State's best player. So he's balanced defensively as well as offensively. I mean, now one thing that I do like about the Cougars is the fact that a lot of teams don't do this, but you notice that everybody on the offensive side and the defensive side, they crash the boards. I mean, all you see is just almost 4 to 5 white jerseys around the board. I mean, they smother the board. I mean, they had, and going back to, and I know we're almost at the end of the day, but you look at the stats of the offensive rebounds they had last night compared to what Oregon State had, and even continue on further down through the tournament. They've had almost more offensive rebounds than anybody that they played against.
Yeah, they had 18 offensive rebounds to 7. They had 41 rebounds total to 29, and they were not the bigger team. And it goes back to what the Claw used to say: the board man is the bag man. And I even tweeted it out. If Oregon State loses this game, it's because they didn't clean up the glass. They did not clean the window. And that's what happened, man. They didn't take care of their business on those boards. And even when they tied it up, 55-55, like you said, they start sending 4 men to them boards, and that's when they got their stuff.
Crashing.
Yep.
They start crashing.
Yeah.
They start crashing them boards.
Yeah.
I mean, they're on the average 6'4", 6'5" across the way. They don't really have a true big man, but they box out. I mean, that's a good coaching. I mean, they box out, they crash the board, they get the ball back down the floor quick. I mean, all those things are an important part. I wish the Cougs the best. I know they're going to have a tough time against Baylor because Baylor's a 3-point shooting team. And Baylor came out on all cylinders last night against Arkansas, and they never let Arkansas came close, but they really could never get back in it.
Yeah.
But beware of this, though, AJ. Arkansas had 3 starters that were freshmen.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
that team, look, that team is going to be a team to be reckoned with in years to come because of that experience. And then real quick, you understand, I'm going with Michigan because I like Howard. I know Gonzaga, if they get past UCLA tonight, I know Gonzaga is going to get past whoever they're playing. But that is really going to be the most. That game there. If Michigan and Gonzaga play each other, that's going to be like a Phi Slamma Jamma against Louisville.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. And in fact, I said the Michigan Gonzaga game, Final Four game, if that's what it turns out to be, that literally could or should be the finals because those are 2 of the better programs all year long. But it's going to be fun to watch, man. D, I got to run, bro. Tell everybody that I say hey on your side, man. I can't wait to talk to you again.
All right, then be good.
All right, man. DB Cook, y'all love talking to that brother. Him and the Lady Alana are 2 of the best out there. So, again, like he just said tonight, you got USC and Gonzaga in the early game, 6:15, followed by UCLA and Michigan. Both those games are on TBS. TBS tonight. Again, USC and Gonzaga, 6:15 Central, and then UCLA and Michigan. That's right before 9 o'clock. Those games, again, are on TBS. All right, y'all. I got to get ready to go. Let me see. We've had some time. Let me see if Tony Busby has filed another civil lawsuit. Doesn't look like he has, so he must be on lunch. He must be having lunch. But anyway, I got to get ready to go. Donnie McClurkin up next with the Donnie McClurkin Show. He'll give you the best in gospel music, latest in the gospel music industry. Donnie does his thing every Monday through Friday from 2 to 3. Then we've got in the morning, you've got Erica Campbell and Griff Get Up Mornings, and then your boy will be back with Winning Wednesday. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it except wear your mask, wash your hands, sanitize everything around you, be sensitive to everybody around you. And when you see that racism, kill it. Not the person, but the racism. And listen, if you're following the Derek Chauvin trial, be safe out there, y'all. Be safe. All right, let me go. Here's Sybil Wilkes.
Let's begin by reporting that Derek dispatcher said a gut reaction watching the live stream that something's not going right prompted her to call a supervisor. While watching the incident, the dispatcher said the restraint happened for so long, she initially thought the cameras were frozen. Several states are reporting an increase in COVID-19 infections, and some state leaders are sounding the alarm. According to data from Johns Hopkins University, more than 24 states are reporting at least a 10% increase in new infections compared to the previous week. Detroit, New York, and Philadelphia were among the several cities that saw accelerating case numbers this past week. Some state health officials say many of the new infections appear to be among younger groups. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SybilWilkes.com.
1140 AM, KYOK Conroe, and 92.3 FM, K222CX Houston. Are you ready?
All right, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. Sorry for some of the technical errors that I made today and technical difficulties that we had. As always, not this, definitely this. I love y'all for real. And there is nothing you can do about it. Y'all take care. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.